And so, obviously you saw something that Stafford could do it. What made you think he could do it? And now you're in the Super Bowl right now with him, Les. What about that?
I think when we evaluated, right, Matt, the system fit. He's one of the ideal QBs for Sean, because in Sean's offense, right, it is an element of traditional pro style, a little less of the college brand. So Matt had been doing that, right? Heck, not only in Detroit, he did that at Georgia, and he probably did that in Pee Wee football, because in those days there was really not a lot of spread going on. So he had a lot of reps at right, leading, guiding, steering a pro style offense. But I think the thing you immediately felt when you watch, hey, he can make every throw, he can make decisions, he can make them quickly. But when you really got to do a deep dive in him, you're like, wow, those are, those no-look throws he would make where he's manipulating maybe linebackers at the second level, safeties at the third level, and no looking over here, but just because he just knows the concepts of the D and how that would just really throw them off. You got to feel his toughness of taking a hit, getting right up, shaking it off. The OL, you could tell the OL loved blocking for him because of that, and it's like nothing happened. And you also got to see those comebacks that a lot of us didn't get to see because the Lions, right, didn't play primetime games or things like that. And but that was definitely something on his resume. But that's one thing, to see it, to vet it, but to partner with him and live it. And I think it came to fruition right in the Tampa game, right, where you see him be Matt Stafford and do all the things right, and the defense play well, and you got a 27-3 lead. But you also see him be Matt Stafford when, holy cow, how is this game tied? And it's 42 seconds left. And you know what? Whatever's in his DNA to be able to take the snap and make a couple throws, clock it, and Matt Gay kicked the game winner, and the rest is history. I think that's when you go, holy cow, that's special.
Yeah, and then, of course, to have, the 69th overall pick, third round of the 2017 NFL Draft, and Cooper Kupp now be a Triple Crown winning threat and an MVP candidate of absolute note and total bona fide threat right there. Aaron Donald maybe being, in the discussion of greatest defensive player ever, a first-round draft choice by you. The additions of Odell Beckham Jr. this year, along with Von Miller, made everybody say, well, Les, it's all about this year or nothing. And Eric Weddle, my God, he's now playing like you can't take him off the field. He went from the couch to being able to, you can't take him off the field, and he's now a leader in the locker room. I know you got a Super Bowl to win, but what is it like to be a general manager pushing buttons and having them work when everybody's wondering if you can make it work, Les?
Well, I think the all-in thing, I think, heck, we were all in, like a lot of teams, right? We were all in probably when we were building, Rich, and you're all in on the build. That's where we were probably doing it opposite of what we're doing now. We were trying to collect first-round picks and add as much young talent as possible, right, to grow together, build a core, and you're trying to be intentional, but you're hoping that you break through. And we're fortunate enough to break through. And I think, when you do break through, if you're fortunate, there's your window. What are you going to do with it? How are you going to take advantage of it? And I think we've got a little bit of a philosophy here where the math says, right, when you're trying to be one of 32, you should probably be thinking a little bit differently, right, than the other 31, because it's a tight league. Everyone's good. Most organizations are highly competent. So that's kind of our philosophy. But we're fortunate enough to get in this window, and we're going to try to do everything possible to take advantage of it.
I knew you wouldn't spike the football. I knew it. But is it true? Little Birdie told me you got a standing ovation at a local Starbucks, merely walking in this week. Is that a true story, Les? Is that true?
Boy, sometimes my wife's Twitter account gets me in trouble, right? Yeah. But the answer is yes.
Okay. Yeah. So you walk in, and then everybody starts breaking out and gives you a venti of appreciation. Is that basically what happened? Wow. Les?
You know, and it's kind of your core group. It was a little bit earlier, so it's the core group. A lot of people who work at Starbucks, sure. But I'm okay talking about that, Rich, because there's been many Mondays where I've woken up and said, you know what, not doing coffee today. I can't go face the music.
Okay.
I'm just gonna make it at home today.
Okay.
So
all right.
You know, that may be the best thing about winning in the NFL is when you get a chance to walk in on a Monday after a win.
And get a stand. Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.